What's up, everybody? I'm Duke James. What is... Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay. Something's on my screen. I'm gonna fight... Retinids finish them off, allied with Artikids, Urzikan. These guys are all the way over here. Retinids and Mamluks, so I could have them break their alliance with the Mamluks if I wanted to. Alright, this... I think it's just this province right here for that mission. No, it's those two provinces. Alright, I can grab both of those. Very easy. I can vassalize Sherbin when they're out of this war. These are permanent claims, right? If they're permanent claims, they're cheaper. Yeah, okay. I think permanent claims are a negative 50% cost, whereas regular claims are just... Let's redirect those troops. Regular claims, I believe, are just negative 25% cost for making cores. So it's actually a pretty decent difference. These guys just get free reign on my territory. Let's do some more conversions, whatever's highest first. I do have a lot of troops now, 44,000. I just want a little bit better of a navy. Speaking of which, I think I have 11 transport ships. Yeah, I have 11 transport ships right now. I'm gonna build... I think I want at least 20 if I'm gonna invade over here. So let's get some more transport ships. I'll just build 9. It's over my force limit, that's fine. Actually, you know what? I just forgot. I haven't built a flagship. So I'm going to go ahead and build a flagship. Can't build a heavy ship. It'll be a light ship. I'll throw up fleet engagement with... Throw up, where's the trade? Extra trade power. And put some extra cannons. That's good. Cost a ducat and a half for that thing. Yeah, my truce with these guys has ended. They're allied with Muscovy, so I can't actually attack them directly because I don't border them. I'm gonna wait for the truce with Bryansk to end, and then... I will attack them. Then I'll call on Muscovy separately from Hungary. And then I'll get them to break the alliance with Hungary, and then I'll attack Hungary. And then I'll take this area from them. I might set up a rump state over here. Because I actually do have an extra slot, so... I might have a rump Transylvania just to weaken Hungary. This war might actually take a while because it looks like Shervin's going to get their capital, and Georgia owns this province, so that might not end for a long time. My rank 3 harborage was built in Constantinople, so I went ahead and I built a level 4 harborage for 200 ducats. It's pretty cheap because of the harbor has a negative 50% reduction in harborage cost. It's a major harbor. That's actually pretty powerful. This harbor effect major. Harborage infrastructure cost negative 50%, so that's a 200 ducat rank 4 harborage. That is pretty good. Actually move those guys down. The only CB I have anything... Oh no, okay. Is that a free CB on this province? I should get a lot more CBs after I take this province, so... You have a claim on that province. I have a claim on this province, but if I attack them for this, for some reason this CB is really weird. It's 125% aggressive expansion and 200% cost for that province. I do want to take that province, but not at 200% cost for. Let's do that. Bump up to 2 stability. That should help out with some of these rebels over here. What's up with the unrest in these provinces? Separatism, a little bit from banditry and rebellion, intolerance, non-accepted culture, centralization, a little bit from war exhaustion. Interesting. Okay. That seems really high. They cannot take this province. I'd like to also vassalize the Jalarids, but they're unfortunately a rebellious division of Timurids, so I would have to get them to get their independence first, and then they might not actually accept that. They are pretty big, but I imagine most of these provinces aren't that great. I think they're still too big, though, to accept vassalization. Alright, let's do another province. Get into the 0.5% and below. Alright, you guys, no all treaties with the Mamluks. I'm actually fine with these guys having a treaty with the Mamluks because I don't want the Mamluks to ally anybody bigger. So they can keep that. They'll give me 20 ducats, 10% war ups. Transfer trade power, sure. Alright, there's that. Where's that 0.6? There's that 0.6. I knew I saw that somewhere. We can go ahead and make that territory. Or make that territory a state. You give me that and that, absolutely 100%. Give me those. Now I might inherit the Erzincan as a division. I'll see what happens there. I'm not going to take their territory, though. The Retinids would join this, but they'll be dead, so it doesn't matter. Hungary, Genoa, Circassia, Georgia, Ossetia. Give me all your money. I actually have 2 vassals. Ek Kionlu. I hope I don't get both of those. I think it's just 10 prestige to break that anyway. Okay, yeah, they just got their freedom. Okay, that's good. Alright, so I get claims on Diyarbakir, Malatya, Van, and Upper Armenia. Fortunately, that's this area over here, and it's not on these 3 provinces for some reason. Where's the stuff that gives me claims on Georgia? I don't think I have those. Yeah, they don't give me anything on Georgia. Okay. It's good to know. I'll just have to core that stuff then, without waiting for claims. I'm not going to core stuff for a while, because I want to get to Admin Tech 16. So I can get trade going. So I can get commercialization finally. Because it is not going to spread in my country until I get trade ideas. Speaking of which, merchants from trade centers, some ship trade power, provincial trade power. So trade's not really going to be that important for me since I'm not really doing, I'm not supporting the burghers, but some merchant trade power I care about. Global trade power. And it should help out a little bit. I should still make a decent amount of money from trade. Especially due to Constantinople. Alright, I should have 20 transport ships now. And I upgraded the galleys because they were obsolete, so those are fully upgraded galleys now, 18 of them. I think my trade ships could use an upgrade. I'll check and pay for that if so. It's what all 22 of these can be upgraded. So, can I sell any to Ragusa? Because I'd rather just build ships, rebuild ships. Sell ships if you can, and then rebuild them. Don't have a whole lot of naval materials, though. I think I'm spending a lot. Send those troops to take out those rebels. Alright, would you like to buy ships? They want 3 fewer light ships. Well, I'm only trying to sell you 2, so you don't want ships then. Alright, I'll go ahead and upgrade those then. This province now has irrigation rank 3. Still negative money. Negative 20 ducats. That's actually fine. They'll immigrate there and then eventually it'll become... It'll reach equilibrium, and then it'll become profitable. Vlad Dracul. Yeah, I know how this goes. Vladut Dracul. He's a powerful landowner and political influencer. No. Wait a minute. I don't want this guy. I don't want him as a local leader, because then he's gonna rise up. Okay, that's not what this mission is at all, but you know, role playing. I'd rather keep him near me. So yeah. No, you gotta get to the capital, my friend. Come to the capital. There's a lot of rebels actually about to rise up. My truce with these guys actually ends in a month. So that's what, 46,000. Oh wait, no, that's my side. That's 40,000 men we would be fighting. Yeah, so I should probably put all my troops over there. Or at least, I'll put another 10,000 troops over there. And then these guys can be bandit fighters. Leave those guys over there. Move them to the capital, they can fight bandits. And those other 4,000 men I'll bring over here. Muscovy shouldn't be too hard. They're tech 13, which is a couple techs behind me. 2 techs behind me, but then they should also have just a lot of troops from their vassals, so I think that's mostly what that is. And those are pretty easy to fight because they're all separate usually. For the most part. Did Shervin peace out? Looks like they're not on the capital anymore. Is that 15 transport ships right there? Shouldn't that be 20? Or maybe that's free transport ships. Interesting. My army discipline, it's at the baseline now, so we're not negative 2%, which is nice. And then I have that advisor, which gives me 2.5%. So I have decent discipline. I imagine Muscovy has to be... Muscovy should be really bad discipline, but I imagine they could potentially be... Yeah, they actually have hardened regulars, which makes absolutely no sense, but they get most of their troops from their nobility. So that's why their discipline is higher, but, I mean, realistically, their discipline should be garbage, because they have, you know, just Russian strategy, really peasant armies, but it's a weird system that they have now. Where it's almost like the more backward your country is, the better it is. Because, yeah, recruiting from... Diplo rep, improve relations. Let's do... Yeah, I'll keep this guy for now, it's fine. He's level 3. Half price. So this actually isn't going to be as easy as I think it would be. Alright, they've pieced out, so I can go ahead and vassalize them. They will accept. Perfect. They have, what, 3,000 men, so it's not a whole lot of men. But if I take territory over here, I'll feed them a little bit. I don't want to feed them too much, because then it'll be too much to annex them, but I'll feed them some of this territory over here. Alright, let's go ahead and fight these guys. They'll call in Muscovy. I have 16 favors with Poland. Yeah, I think I'd rather use Poland to fight Hungary. Not that Hungary is particularly more scary or anything, but they should... I think they'll have more benefit if I fight Hungary with them, because then they can come in from up here and take Hungary's troops into their territory. So 35,000 men versus 50,000. They have a lot of troops over here, so I'll try to catch some of these guys. See if I can stack wipe some of these guys that get trapped over here. Alright, they fight them. Probably just go down that list now. The economic reforms of Mehmed II. Prior to his conquest of Constantinople, Mehmed II signed several generous agreements with the mercantile empires of Venice and Genoa to ensure their neutrality, but when the great city had fallen, he was not late in breaking the Western merchants' stranglehold on the Black Sea trade. Mehmed was a mercantilist who strived to maintain state control over the merchants, yet his protectionist measures had the intended effect, and the Ottoman economy thrived. Break the agreements. Honor the agreements. Turkish Empire gets Mehmed's economic reforms until the death of Ahmet II Osmanli, giving the following effects: domestic trade power. Well, based off of all my other previous rulers, this guy's only going to last 5 more years. So it's not that great, but then Venice... Do I really care about these two countries' opinions of me? Not really, so... Unless I want to, like, vassalize them, which I don't think is going to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and break the agreements. Oh, I don't have military access through... Even though that's controlled by rebels. I'm just going to march directly on Moscow. I'm going to have these guys actually... You guys can go take some of that territory back, so... Yeah. Or not, because they took 3 pieces of territory from that. That's it. Oh no, they took territory up there as well. Alright. That's actually kind of annoying because they don't border these guys, and I was going to try to give these guys... some of their territory. I suppose I could take their territory and just hold it. Alright, I just need Muscovy to break their alliance. Alright, there is the flagship we have now. So that should help out with trade power, so that should be a couple extra ducats, hopefully. It also costs a ducat and a half, so hopefully it's worth it. Alright, this siege starts off at 0%. I'd rather these guys actually siege than fight. Alright, I'll have this stack actually clear out some of these small stacks. Go ahead and have them loot that. Loot Moscow. That was actually a couple hundred ducats right there. They have any other decent-sized provinces? Ryazan. Oh yeah, that province doesn't have land access. I have a 5-3 general. Alright, I'm going to take the next admin tech. That actually gives maximum resource size plus 2.5%. Plus, for the next 4 years, some urban production efficiency, yearly corruption reduction, rural production efficiency, so that's decent. And since I'm kind of over-investing a little bit in the provinces that surround Constantinople, I'm paying about 3 ducats per month in property maintenance, so that should drop. I also make 529 ducats from property. And Muscovy, for some reason, has 1 fort in their entire country. It's a little bit insane. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fill out all of trade ideas in order to actually get commercialization spread, which is a little bit annoying. There's just so many stacks of troops. That was about 100 ducats. I'm gonna send this deck actually to fight Bryansk. Muscovy would not peace out at all. There's a 10k stack here of Muscovy's troops. They won't peace out because of their strength. They went up here. June 15th. Alright, they're gonna be gone. Where are they going? They're going here. Guys aren't gonna be able to run forever. There's a fort level 2. Alright, I should catch them here. Stack wipe them. Still no. Alright. Fortunately, they have a lot of territory. Let's try and fight some of their vassals to prevent them from raising troops every year. Otherwise, they're just going to raise so many troops every year. It's a lot of money I'm getting from loot. Alright, these ships are all max, so send them to protect trade down here. The Mamluks actually embargoed me, so maybe that's not a good idea. Oh, I guess they revoked it. Let's see how much I make. That is fully upgraded trade ships now. It's an additional 4, because I had 4 protecting in the Aegean, and then it's an additional trade ship, or an additional flagship with +1 trade on it. So it should be decent. Alright, they would accept peace right now. I want them to break their lines though, so how much money do they make? Imagine it's not a whole lot. Yeah, 1264. So it's probably not that important that I get war reps from them. That is an additional 4.6 ducats. The thing is, I don't own provinces there, so it's not that great. It's Good for ducats, but doesn't do anything for my trade, though. I'm gonna split this stack. This stack can deal with rebels. Rolled a 6-2-5-2. Not bad. Definitely want these 3 provinces from Bryansk, and Kiev would be nice as well. So I can start building up. Actually, Kiev doesn't really have that much farmlands in it. Don't these provinces have... That one's 742, so that one's decent. 700. I might have nerfed these provinces. 1100. I thought there was a couple provinces that were like 2000. That one's 1700. That one's actually pretty good. I should start investing up here in farmlands. We lost... Oh yeah, that 2-stack. Kind of abandoned that 2-stack up there. Full crane provision has ended. It's actually been a while since I've done a census, so I'll go ahead and do that actually right now. I can... That's interesting. Is this a... Is this a trade? Is that a trade company region? Egypt is a trade company region for me. That's weird. Okay. It's not that great for me since that's Sunni, but that's interesting. Anyway, census. Population, we have 10 million tenants, over 10 million tenants, growing by 68,000 per year, inward movement of 15,000, outward movement of 10,000. We have close to 1 million nomads. We have 800,000 residents. There's actually more people moving into the cities than out. Hopefully that's into Constantinople, which is our containment zone. Doesn't look like it. Only 55 people are migrating into that province. 22,000 burghers, 80,000 clergy. Our food, okay, that food gap is actually closed. 2,653 versus 2,697 demanded. Salt's pretty good, even though we're conquering a lot. Maybe that's why we're still conquering a lot of coastal provinces, so it gives us a lot of salt. 745 produced versus 342 demanded. Fiber production actually closed as well. Fuel is still good. Raw materials is still good by a lot. Exotic goods, we're not going to do much on that. Delicacy is good still. Luxury, a little bit of a deficit there. It's going to happen. Consumer goods, massive deficit. That's going to happen. Military is good. A little bit of a naval deficit. A little bit of industrial deficit. A little bit of knowledge deficit. Alright, how is Constantinople actually doing in terms of urban property? Its urban property is actually positive now. Industrial, okay. Academic is positive as well, so I will go ahead and throw... I'm going to do 3 investments into industrial property and a couple into academic property. The actual things here: houseware, textile, processed materials, armaments, and ships. So, no luxury cloth in this province, actually. That's interesting. I'll go ahead and put that in that province, because that's a good thing to have. Let's take out both of those rebels. No, Bryansk, I'm not going to do anything with you yet. Trade privileges expired. Well, the last time I did this, it didn't actually give me any money, so I'm going to go ahead and not renew them. Should give me a little bit extra money per month, since they're not paying me. Oh, and now they'll pay me. Okay. So... Genoa gets 30 trade power, we lose 15 trade power. I'm gonna see if this updates my money. Yeah, it's an additional 1.01 ducats we would make. This is over 10 years. So that's 1 ducat a month, that's 120 ducats, but then we don't get the commerce production inefficiency negative 5%. So it's really like we're paying 20 ducats for a negative 5% commerce production inefficiency. Now normally I would do that, but since I'm not really siding with the burghers in this campaign, I'm not trying to build them up, it's interesting. Do I want to do that? I think I'm going to do it one more time. I think after this time I might not do it. Alright, let's clear out some of these stacks. I still make 5 ducats there. No, I make 2.94. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that then. Oh, you know why? Because, this is Anatolia. This is the Aegean. I don't know why I thought this was Anatolia for a second. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that anymore then. That's not worth it at all. Alright, now they wouldn't even accept this because they built up a ton more troops. That is so annoying, them just building troops every year. Yeah, I don't think that's a mistake anymore either. That's them putting that on purpose so that everybody gets a bunch of troops. Hey, I can actually pick a son. I'm not going to pick an entrepreneurial son. Apparently Gregarious is admin. Nope. Yeah, I thought I should have went with Studious. I feel like if I went with Studious, it would have given me dip points anyway. Since apparently entrepreneurial is gregarious, is diplomatic as well. I feel like they should just tell me the points. But that might be too OP. They tell you when you have a advisor, when you have a, not an advisor, a an election. Alright, how many of your provinces do I have to conquer for you to accept? All of them, apparently. Alrighty, 5532. Disowned relative, noble concession, expansion of serfdom. There's one reform that I want to do. This one. This requires 65 average autonomy or lower. We have 58 right now, so before I conquer more stuff, I really want to do this one. It requires seigneurial courts favored outcomes. You have to have that revoked. That is this one. This costs 50 nobility loyalty. So if I did that, that would hurt a lot. And then this also reduces elite loyalty by 30 as well. But it gives negative 0.1 provincial corruption, plus 0.25 base welfare, and negative 0.05 global autonomy, so that is definitely worth doing. The nobility's power is decreasing by 0.1% per year, so it's decreasing by a decent margin. If I did this, that would be 7.5. Granting special commissions to loyalists would be 7.5 as well, so that would be 15. Overlooking tenant abuse would be 20, so that would get them to 80. Negative 50 would be 30. I'd rather them not be at 30. It's going to last another 10 years. They're going to tick down as well. Is that 50 or 40? If it's 40, I'll do it, because that'll get them to 40. No, that's 50. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It also gives negative 10% local autonomy from aristocrat power, negative 5% local corruption from aristocrat power as well, so that's actually pretty good by itself, plus negative 0.1% aristocrat gravity and 0.25 base welfare. I do have a lot of money. I have a decent manpower. I think my manpower would drop a good bit if I did this, though. But, you know what? I gotta do it eventually, so there's no time like the present time. Let's do that. Overlook tenant abuse, and then I will grant special commissions to loyalists. And you know what? I'll marry an aristocrat consort as well. They'll get a good bit of power over the next couple of years, but I have to do that. So I can now do this. They'll lose negative 30 elite loyalty, so I probably won't do this until the next round in 10 years. The next round of supports that I can do with the nobility. Alright, I'm gonna move all these troops up. Close. That's the problem with doing a holy war and not directly attacking a country. They really don't want to peace out. Yeah, I don't have a merchant in the Aegean, because you automatically trade and collect in your home node. I have one in the Adriatic to be able to trade with Ragusa. It's not really collecting anything. And I don't want to send my light ships there, because I don't want to take trade power away from Ragusa. Go ahead and grab that claim before I lose it. Yeah, these guys just build up so much manpower. None of these battles actually do anything with Muscovy, since it's the top level country. It's all Bryansk, and it's maxed anyway. Poland is currently fighting Volhynia, so Muscovy wouldn't join that war. So if I attack Hungary, Poland's not going to join. Yeah, that Muscovite military strength just goes to 20 every year. I'm gonna have some rebels pretty far away, so I should bring these troops down. Finally! Alright. Yeah, give me 12 ducats, you break your alliance with Hungary. That truce will last 6 years, so they shouldn't be able to fight Hungary for 6 years. Alright, that just leaves Bryansk. Okay, Georgia, Hungary, Circassia, Genoa, Ossetia, Muscovy would join this. Volhynia. Genoa, Hungary. I'm gonna fight Hungary, Muscovy. They might start a coalition unless I still have a truce with these guys. Okay, that ends in 5 years, so I should have a truce with them, these guys, Ossetia. I'll have a truce with Muscovy, and then I'm planning on attacking Hungary, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. You give me all of your money, war reps. And keep your alliance with Muscovy in case I have to attack them again. I'm gonna build a fort in Kiev. Actually, you know what? Kiev is a pretty bad place to build a fort. I'm gonna build it here. Gives a little bit of combat with reduction. Most of these provinces are not great. Well, this province is a little bit better, actually. Dice roll for attacker, -1, combat with -25%. Alright, I'll build it there. I'm not building Kiev up as a city, so I don't really have to protect it. Alright, so I'm going to end this part here and pick up the next part. Probably fight Hungary, now that they're not allied with Muscovy. I should be able to invade them. I doubt Poland would join, but I really don't need them if Muscovy's not in the war as well, so... Bring these troops back, and then from that I'll probably take this area. Hopefully that it's not too bad of a coalition, but I'll worry about it in the future. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye.